Now, how did you get your start? What schools did you attend to get into the construction business?
Um, well, my first entry into the industry, I didn't go to school at all initially. It was an opportunity for me when I just decided, to commit my life to uh, righteousness, I should say, or the nation. Um, Prior to that, my life was, I was a part of destruction that, of our communities. So the moment that I made up, my mind that I was coming into, the nation of Islam, uh, it was a concern of mine. What am I going to do? Because I didn't have any skills, any trade, any profession. I didn't have a way to be able to provide for myself. But again, the moment I decided that I was going to change my life, um, that's when an opportunity came for me to join what is called the Construction Coalitions, which is a community organization that enforces some of the compliance laws from city, state, and federal government that's on the books, but again, that's not necessarily enforced. So the Construction Coalitions are an organization that enforces the laws, meaning it says that if you come in our community and you're working on these construction projects that are funded by our taxpayer dollars, then you have to hire the community. And if you don't hire the community, then you're not working in the community. So that's what the coalitions is. So we would stop jobs. So a friend of mine was telling me about the coalition that you can get a job through the coalitions. So that's how I got my start. Um, so I went to school later on as being a part of the coalition. I realized that these compliance laws also included, rather than just being a worker, but contracting opportunities, being a contractor. So we were basically employees on the sites. We still didn't, own any of the companies. We suffered still the abuse from those who didn't want us to be on these sites. So I said, well, let us, again, coming into the nation at that same time, doing for self, hearing these teachings. So I said, well, we're going to do for self. So I went to school at then uh, NYU. I enrolled in a program building construction management to learn the back office aspect of it, because we had those individuals who were in the construction coalitions that were tradesmen. They had the trades, but we didn't have the companies. We didn't run the company. So I said, I'll start a construction company, and I'll call those who had the skilled trades and call us together, and we'll form the construction companies. Then we'll go after the contracts instead of just the jobs.
You're perfect. Now, your services appear to be a one-stop shop for training for roles in the world of construction. Was the reasoning behind this based on the experiences you just shared?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was my experience in the construction industry as a initially starting out as a employee or as a worker, a laborer, then as a contractor. There are still so many obstacles that were, still there in front of us, that we had to, you know, overcome, right? So even being as an independent contractor, we ran into obstacles that were placed there by, let's say, unions. They have these project labor agreements that prevent uh, those independent contractors from being empowered. So there was also, although we got jobs in the construction industry, a lot of those jobs were, like I said, laborers' jobs and menial jobs, because the industry did not really, the public, industry, construction industry, they still did not want you to learn the skilled trades. So I said, if they won't teach us, and they won't, we'll teach ourselves. So we went,
Right.
got certified, as a construction training provider. We started, our own managed union and contractors association. So all the organizations that we have was started in order to make us a total and complete independent uh, organization and
That's
community.
Wonderful. In addition to what we consider the manual labor side of construction, you mentioned the back office experiences that you had. Your business offers training on construction project management. Can you speak to us a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. The majority of those that I've found in the construction industry, those from our community, even as owners, they are what is called owner operators, meaning if there's an electrician, if he owns his company, he also works, you know, but performs the operations, meaning he's in the field doing the electrical work and so on and so forth. What this does is it kind of stunts the development and expansion because one person can do but so much. So we wanted to be able to offer. So, like myself, again, not being a skilled tradesman, my profession, entry into my profession is construction management. So I was not so much, once we started the company 22 years ago, I was never really in the field. I never worked as a laborer or a tradesman for the company. I was also always management. And so me seeing the need for this, with the other construction company, I said we need to focus on management. So these are some of the services that we offer to construction companies is project management, which deals with the back office and the management aspect, which is like I said, we very much need. And that talks about like construction estimating, scheduling, quality assurance, resource control, interpersonal skills and issues and resolutions, and contract documents. So it's all the back office support, that makes your company strong and grow and expanding.
Now, your services, both the manual labor portion and the back office portion, do they include exam prep for those roles that require certification?
Absolutely. The curriculum, and I must say that we have adopted is we're not the providers of the curriculum. We have adopted a curriculum that is very solid and it's non-discriminatory curriculum. It's NCCER, which stands for National Center for Construction Education and Research, and it's a very, very quality curriculum. So with the curriculum, offer all the training that we offer in each program, whether it's carpentry, masonry, painting, or every module, there is a written exam as well as a performance exam. And then the completion of every level of these programs, there's certification. There's a national certification. And with NCCR, national certification as well. But there's also out here, we're located based now in Chicago. Our program, our apprenticeship program is registered with the Department of Labor here, in Illinois, and that also produces its credentials as well. So on all aspects, the program, there is written and performance exams, upon completion of every module. So it's a very solid course and program, very solid.
Mhm.
And we've experienced, unordinary and extraordinary results.
Now, on the other side of the training are the skilled trainers. How did you go about acquiring these trainers? How can one sign up to be a trainer?
Um, we acquired the trainers through those. In order to be a trainer, let me answer that first. You have to be at least a skilled, in union language, they call it a journeyman, a skilled journeyman. In non-union language, they may call it a skilled tradesman or a skilled technician, meaning you have to be in the trade probably somewhere around 4 to 5 years. Once you have those skills, you're considered a skilled tradesman, a mechanic, or technician. Then you can go through a 24-hour course by a master trainer, which I am, master trainer. But this going through this 24-hour program, which teaches you how to teach your trade. So the program doesn't teach the actual trade, but it just teaches you how to teach your trade. And so they go through this course for 24 hours. We find our instructors, again, by those who are journeymen or these skilled tradesmen, and those who really look or have a desire for Black empowerment, right? And sometimes those who have a desire for stewardship, whether it's within our community or not, although all our instructors are from the community, but if you desire and have a desire to teach and see the importance of teaching and passing on what you have to the next generation, then those you're qualified to be an instructor. So you'll go through that 24-hour course, and once you pass, again, there's written and performance exams after each one of those courses as well. Then you have obtain your credentials to be a certified instructor.
Right, trainer. Now, Brother David, before we pause for a break from our sponsors, how can our viewers reach you if they're interested in either becoming a trainer or taking on some of the training courses to become certified for a role in the construction industry?
Yes, well, they can reach us. We have a website, www.genesistraining.com. And then on that link, there is a training program that you can get involved in. That particular for the instructors, they will click the, the link that says instructor certification. I believe that's the link that it says. Or they can, we have info. They can email info@genesistraining.com. Genesis, of course, GENESUS, training.com, or they can call 773-299-9187.
Perfect. Thank you, Brother David, for joining us and letting us know that there is so much you can do both on the manual labor side and the back office side of the construction world. Thank you.
And thank you. The pleasure's mine.
Yes, sir. Let's pause for announcements from our sponsors. Coming up next, we will hear more on project separation from Brother Cartier X. We'll be right back.
Be a part of the force that powers truth in journalism. Your support helps to combat false media. Cash App NNV News.
Greetings from National Network View. This week's Final Call cover story headline memorializes the late, great DMX. Last week, DMX's life was celebrated at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Large crowds gathered to honor the legend. They were there to remember a man who wasn't afraid to express his pain with the world. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan spoke via Zoom to the large audience. He delivered words of comfort, wisdom, and guidance to everyone under the sound of his voice. DMX will live on. This FCM volume number 29 edition features the middle page article is a transcript of what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said at the memorial. To read more, subscribe to finalcalldigital.com and tune in to the all-new Final Call Radio. This is the NNVnews.com Final Call cover report.
This is Sister Sajda Muhammad. We are proud to announce that the Sajda House commemorative Elijah coins are finally here. This priceless heirloom, made from recycled copper from the messenger's home, is now available at sajdahouse.com.
Please make sure you leave your comments and questions in the comment section below. Follow us on Facebook, National Network View, and make sure to check us out on Twitter as well, National Network View. This is Sergio Gutierrez with National Network View, signing off.